Hi, I'm Rich Millen of Loveshaw. I want to demonstrate our new CF20. We have a prototype machine here that we're ready to start testing. I'm going to run through a setup and show how it runs. The features of the machine are it runs 10 to 12 boxes a minute, and the remaining features include we lower the hopper, and we have a chain and lug system instead of the old pneumatic pusher. So I'll run through a setup real quick. I have some boxes selected here. The three dimensions you need are your width, which is 8 1/4, length, 12 1/4, and then overall height, which is 10 1/2. So it's the same number of setups as before. First setup is half the width. We have a new slide and lock hopper design. It's easier than the old chain and cranks. Set our blank in there, tighten down. Trolley stop is here. We have a scale, again half the width. Box opening arm is here, again half of the width of the box. We have a scale right there. The length, 12 1/4. Slide and lock. We'll set our lug drive similar to our larger case erectors with a crank. In this case we go half of the width on the scale, which is 4 1/8. And then lastly we set our sled. It's pneumatically balanced, easy to operate. That was 10 1/2. Okay, we're ready to run. Like I said, the hopper is lower by 6 inches, so it's easier to load. Hopper holds up to 150 blanks. And with an eye towards safety, we don't have to lift up the gate and have a heavy piece of metal that could fall on somebody. We have a gauge latch here that engages the chain, and we have linear bearings on each side of the hopper gate for more square pushing, so we have better feeding. That up. Okay, put it to auto. I'll give you a nice square box. Okay, we'll go over some of the new features of the machine. Those of you familiar with the CF20, see we added a third cup, which helps greatly in pulling down boxes and being more consistent. The old machine is prone to have jams in that area. We've lowered the hopper gate, so we push on the bottom of the box, so we have pressure on the critical point where it slides through the stripper plates. As I mentioned, we're using linear shafts throughout the machine. We eliminated all the 80-20 bearing type components. We have linear shafts on our vertical pusher, linear shafts on the primary pusher inside the machine. And the big change in the machine is the lug drive. We basically made a miniature CF50 with self-tensioning chains. We have a single lug chain set up, self-tensioners here, and if you come over here, Wes, you can see the two lugs, which ensure you a square case as it comes over the tape head. It's a very simple setup, but it's short square boxes more so than pneumatic pushing or belt drive. And finally, we have a plastic polyethylene sled like we're using on our larger erectors, which helps you apply more pressure to the box for tuning, has low friction surface, and it's balanced by air and linear shafting, so it's easy to adjust and easy to lock. And the machine can run 12 minutes standard, and on the larger or on the smaller boxes it'll run 12 a minute. It's simple as changing this sprocket on the motor to go from 10 to 12, and the case range has been expanded in width. The range is 6'4", that's length, width, and height.